Why can we manifest better when we preserve in our semen? Okay, the most obvious reason, first you got to understand PMO, like you got to understand how much energy is going in to this sexual craving and instinct. Like you gotta look at your day and your past, okay, and just see how much energy and thought actually goes into that. It's like it could, out of 24 hours, let's say you sleep for 6 hours. If you've been preserving your semen longer, you might even sleep 3 or 4 hours. I got to talk about that. So let's say you got 18, 19 hours where you're like doing stuff or you're awake. If this instinct, this craving of lust and PMO, if that's not in check, you could literally be spending, if you add it all up, like calculate both on gross level and subtle level, man, you could be spending half of that. You could be spending 9-10 hours on some level thinking or chasing something that has to do with this sexual instinct. And then if you want to go deeper in the subconscious, which at some point you can become aware of your subconscious. Subconscious operates as far as like tendencies. It's an abstract feeling tendency to do something, or think something. It hasn't manifested into a thought yet. That's what happens in the conscious mind, but the subconscious is a tendency. So if you add all that in, geez, man, you could be spending 16 hours a day stuck in the sexual world on some level. So if you're not doing that, you see how much time you got in energy that you have left? All that energy, if you're not wasting it via the sexual instinct or sex world somehow, you got all this energy, it can just focus on whatever you want to focus on. This is why Einstein and Tesla, why they could create and Edison such things, that new inventions that the world hasn't even thought of. Because when you're focused like that, when you're like dialed in, somehow this metaphysical law, there's a lot of laws we're not even aware of yet, but they work. They're still in operation. They don't need our awareness or belief for them to work. They work. So it's some metaphysical law. If you're really dialed into something and you're giving your attention and energy to that, this is law of manifestation. In the Church of Religious Science, and they focus on that stuff. When you're dialed in, your thoughts become stronger. Everything, you got to understand, the whole creation is thought. This is all thought. You can say that's the causal world. The thought, it starts at thought, obviously. Next level, energy world. Becomes energy. Next level, the physical world. It actually manifests into something. So when this thought power is super, super strong, whatever you start thinking about, that's gonna happen at some point. Don't put a time limit on it. Now the exception is if it's not the destiny for it to happen. See, God's will trumps all this stuff. That's why I keep saying, like, the highest is, forget about law of manifestation. You just let you stay tuned inside, and whatever you're supposed to get, you're going to get. That's higher than law of manifestation. But there's some people that are not ready for that. We need to play also on this level for a while, and we want to manifest. That's part of the play. That's also destiny. So let's keep it there. Metaphysical law. Damn it. I was like gonna say something and I forgot. Maybe I wrote some notes somewhere. Oh well. No suffering, low energy. You'll have energy also, like, obviously. A lot of this is common sense, what I'm sharing, but I think it helps to just drive it home. It gives you some inspiration. Like, you're already on the right track, but you wanna just keep going. So God sends certain books and people to you're manifesting that. Look at that. There you go. You found this channel, you manifested that. Why? Because something inside was ready. You were passionate about something inside. First thought, you really want to be free of this PMO and this sexual world. Okay, that started to become like serious for you. You're like, I really want to be free. Thought power is getting stronger. Like I really, even though you might still be relapsing, something inside is like, no, but I really want to be free. So what happens? The energy starts to go to work in the unseen plane, you know? So the thought creates the energy and the passion, and then you end up, intuition kicks in, and you find, I think I remember what I was going to say before, you start attracting those things, manifesting those things that are going to help you manifest more things, you see? Einstein and Edison, when you're so dialed into something, what ends up happening is this deeper intelligence, intuition starts to activate. You start getting downloads from, the universe. It's like you start getting these ideas aren't coming from the mind because they're radical ideas. And they don't just come as an idea, they're backed with the instructions on how to carry out this idea. You see? That's manifestation. But to do that, you got to be focused, can't make yourself be focused. It has to be organic. And when you practice semen retention long enough, it becomes organic. Maybe at first you kind of gotta make yourself do it. That's part of the program. That's cool. At some point, the growth becomes exponential. You'll just get caught. Something will catch you. This higher consciousness, you're going to be caught in that, and you're going to keep going. Like then now you can't be stopped. Momentum's too strong. Even if you relapse, you're like, whatever, man, I'm back on. You can never go back to where like you were when you're stuck. That's like what do you want to call it? The tipping point or something. Like you cross over at that point, and then you just start coasting. I mean, there's challenges still come. It's cool, whatever. But you've like that old character that still was just this addicted, no energy, PMO. Like that's finished. You're in a higher level now. So when you're focused, you're preserving your semen, and if you want to throw in like healthy diet, remember I made the video like you lose most energy by losing your sexual energy and the energy it takes to digest food, and then just being in stressful, compromising situations. When you're doing all those things, how are you not going to manifest? You can just sit in a cave and do nothing, and your vibration is going to go help the world somehow because you're full on, But to do that, we gotta like break these habits. We gotta like take our life back, and that takes a little time. Don't beat yourself up. I have to keep saying that because the mind will try to beat you up, and then that keeps you more stuck. You got to somehow be cool making mistakes. Until I got to that point, I couldn't let go of edging. I just had to be okay with where I was at. I knew inside I was trying the best I can. I was like, what else I can do? God help me. I'm trying. What else can I do? You got to be like that. And then paradoxically, it's like that radical acceptance you have of the positive and negative aspects of yourself. That acceptance of that, it like takes you beyond the positive and negative aspects of yourself. And then the result of that is your qualities are mostly positive. When you go beyond duality, then it's pretty much you just retain the positive aspects. The negative like get kicked out. But you know who you are even beyond the positive aspects. I'm getting into my spiritual channel now. Spiritual renaissance. So check that out if this last 30 seconds, if that appeals to you, because that's what I talk about there. All right, I think I said enough. Preserve your semen, you'll manifest whatever you want. But you might find you don't even want what you think you want. That's cool too. You ever done that? You ever be like, I really want this. I want this car. Damn, I almost got enough money to get the car. I'm ready to get the car. You're driving to the car lot and you're like, wait a minute, I don't really want this car. Like, why? See? That's cool. and then you get to save yourself $20,000, $30,000. And we got to flow with life. We don't know how this is going to work. We don't know when we get these higher insights and consciousness. We got to be willing to surrender everything, even our strong desires and ideas that we think we really want. It's cool. It's okay. Let yourself really want them, but at the same time be open to maybe you won't want them. When I was 19 years old, I was in Hollywood. I was excited to go be a porno actor, get paid for having sex. And I went and I was looking at the picture book they show you with all the girls in there. Ooh, I get to work with her. Yeah, cool. And, they take the measurements. They're like, yeah, cool, you're packing. And then I left, and then the next meeting was supposed to be, you go and you the camera's all set up, and they got this couch, and you're supposed to lay on the couch with some girl you don't even know, and she's probably on drugs, because a lot of the people in the West have to do that. They got to dull your consciousness so that you can do these things that are compromising. I wasn't on drugs, which is why this is what happened when I'm about to share. I was in the car going back, yeah, full on, man. I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell are you doing, man? You're going to go lay on this couch with a girl you don't know. You're going to have a bunch of weird people on you. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I turned around and went home, and that was it. See, so that's an example of a desire I thought I really wanted, and then later I was like, no, this is crazy. So be open to that too. Be open to how life flows through you, and then you'll be fine. Have a good day.